Normally we don't see that here in the first world country of America. But as I looked upon all those Africans, it didn't bother them, not in the least. They didn't respond to it like I did because, they said, we're used to seeing that. That's the norm. They always see that happening. And so to see it again, it wasn't a big deal for them. And friends, the reason why we don't see it much here in America is because demon possession appears in a very different form in first world countries. Now, we do see the occasional flailing and voices and whatnot, but I believe that in our Western society, in our sophisticated society, we see demon possession in a very different form. Friends, listen carefully. I believe that demon possession appears in the forms of many cases of schizophrenia and other mental disorders. Now, I know that there are some imbalances in the brain, but nonetheless, friends, many of them are simply demons troubling people. Not only that, but alcoholism is a form of demon possession. Addiction to drugs, uncontrollable rage, paralyzing addictions and unwarranted fear and sexual perversion, blind negativity, depression and discouragement, low self-esteem, suicidal thoughts, and even spiritual indifference in the church. These are all subtle forms of demonic possession, and it's real, friends. And some of you might protest, well, how can you say that that's demon possession? Well, friends, think about it. Possession simply means to come in and control. We know that these things, unwarranted fear and uncontrollable rage and blind negativity and sexual perversity and low self, we know that these things are not of God. It is of the devil. For the Bible says that God has not given to us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And so these things are not of God. It is of the devil. And Satan uses these things to come in, to penetrate, and to control people's lives. That's demon possession in this part of the world. But here's the thing, friends. Just like in Africa, listen, in Africa, they didn't really respond to the flailing and the voices, that type of demon possession, because they see it all the time. And in the same way here in America, we don't really take notice or respond to the uncontrollable rage and the negativity and all these things. We don't respond to that because that's the normal nowadays. Demon possession has become the norm. That's a tragedy, friends. But this man was free. God is stronger than the enemy. Satan is mighty, but God is almighty. This man had an encounter with the divine exorcist. He was made free. But the question I asked as I studied this parable, what was he free from? What kind of spirit was this spirit? Well, let's read it again. Verse 43. What kind of spirit was he set free from? Verse 43, it says, when the what kind of spirit? So it's an unclean spirit.